Guys, any of you watch the European, leagues at all, European games? I try to watch as much as I can. My wife's going to divorce me because she's already moaning I'm watching too much football. But I'm a retired old fart. I can watch it. I, record some of this and, up till sort of 1 in the morning watching some of this crap. I do forward wind a little bit quite often. But, let's face it, the Spanish league, the Italian league, the German leagues, they've all got something to offer. I love them all. The Spanish league, you've got to accept, there's some good... You can't say that we've got the greatest league in the world, even though I think we have, when you've got the likes of Barcelona, Real Madrid and Atletico Madrid in there. It just, even sort of Athletic Club are doing well this season. Who do I want to win that league? I'll be quite honest, I want Atletico Madrid to win it. Why? Because Real Madrid, maybe possibly the biggest club in the world, won the European Cup more times than anybody else in the World Club, whatever you call it, maybe more than anyone else. They are maybe the biggest club around, and they are the most glamorous. Everybody wants to go there. Atletico, Simone's great. Hasn't got the resources that Real Madrid have got. He's more of a defensive manager, isn't he? He's a bit more conservative, but he gets the best out of his players. And I think they're only 2 points behind Real with a game in hand. I so much want them, to win that league this season. He's done so brilliantly in the past. Barca, they're 5 points behind Real Madrid. And you know what? I've got no love for Barca, to be honest. We've heard that they had sort of lawsuits taken against them for the possibility of bribing refs. I think something like $8-9 million was paid to the president of a referees association. And they tried to say that maybe it was Barca sort of suing them. They couldn't prove it. It was millions of pounds. They couldn't prove it, and it was done over a few years. And it was a Spanish judge, I think, brought the case against Barca. And I've always personally felt there was something very odd in some of the decisions Barcelona get. And that to me is like, oh, how do they get away with it? And the Olmo situation at this moment, what's going to go on there? They haven't got him registered. They're appealing and appealing and appealing. They lose it and appealing. But what's going to happen there? It's interesting. We're hearing so many people looking at him. AC Milan looking to try and get him, maybe do a swap. They can't do a swap. It's just a joke. But Man United looking at him, even Liverpool, Arsenal. My dream to get Olmo in there. I'd love him. I'd love to get him, but he's not coming. They'll find some way around it. But what do you think? Who's going to win that league? Me? Oh, it's going to be Real Madrid, but I'm going for Atletico Madrid. The heart sometimes roars, and that's it. Then we shoot over to the Italian league. Again, top of the league, Napoli. I love Napoli. I have to say I do love them. It's my father. That's where he comes from. So of course I love Napoli. I want them to win it. They got it year before last. So come on, but Atlanta looked strong, didn't they? They're 3 points behind, game in hand. Where they come from last season, they were unbelievable. Is it second top goal scorer in their league? He's doing brilliantly. And I love them lots. I want them to do well, but I want Napoli to do it. And after that, of course, you've got Inter. But Inter are the favourites still, aren't they? They've got 2 games in hand, only 4 points behind. And are they the existing champs? They are. And I think they're looking to try and bring players, more new players in as well. What's going to happen in that league? I'm going for Napoli. I know Inter are the favourites to go for. Any thoughts there? And you've got to consider, Napoli lost Osimhen last season, or this season they sold him off. So they're doing pretty good considering they got that centre forward. Last but not least, because I can't go through all the leagues, is the German Bundesliga. To me, honestly, guys, it started to get a bit boring until last season when Bayern didn't win the league. Hallelujah, they win it year in, year out, year in. It's boring. At least in the Spanish league, you got Barca, Atletico and Real Madrid all fighting. There's the same as England, there's always 3 or 4 just fighting. But over in Germany, it's normally Bayern when it's boring. And this year, it looks the same. They're 6 points ahead of, is it Leverkusen, I think? Yeah. No, only 4 points ahead. And, yeah, Eintracht, no, they're not going to win it. They're even further behind. But they've got the league's second biggest, highest goal scorer after Harry Kane. What's his name? And Mamouche, who a lot of team, Arsenal are looking at him, putting a little bit of interest. Is he that good? I've not seen enough of him. He bloody looks good, but they're not going to let him go in the January sales. Who's going to win that league? Again, I'm not going for the favourites as always. Bayern are going to win it this season, but Leverkusen, I think I'm going for them to win it. A lot of movement in that league though, with players. Sane's a little bit. Coman is thinking about leaving. Some movement from that league to the Premier League. I don't really think so. They're talk. It's a lot of talk, but I don't think there's going to be much movement of German players or players playing in Germany coming to the Premier League. There was even somebody suggested Harry Kane to Liverpool. Oh, I read that in one of the national newspapers. Honestly, what a joke. But honestly, those leagues, the German league's not looking so exciting this season, but the Italian and the Spanish league are exciting. You should try and keep an eye on those guys. It's great fun. Now, it's football chat. Reno talking. Anybody else think got any thoughts? Should I be looking at some of the other leagues? The Dutch league I find a little bit. The French league. A couple of clubs there always do the same. PSG normally is. I don't think the standard of football is that great in France. Come on, guys, what do you think? Let me know if I'm wrong. Maybe I should watch some French football a little bit more. Football chat, sense of Reno talking.